Today is the 7th of July and I'm down in Palmanova and I appear to be on my own, but Anita's actually here with me. She's in the hairdresser's though, having her hair done. And we usually start in front of the Heart here. Last time we came, the Heart had been taken away. They'd apparently had a stage here or something, and they'd also taken a tree down, so maybe that's the reason why it was removed. Anyway, the Heart's back, and I'm sure lots of people will be having their photographs taken with the Heart. I'm on the wrong side of it though. I'm on the wrong side because today I'm not going to actually walk along the beach side. We've seen a lot of that. I'm going to walk along the side where the bars, the restaurants, the cafes are, and point some of those out as we walk along and see how far we get. So I'm just going to cross over. Normally we just walk along the promenade. It's always a nice walk along there, but I'm going to walk along the side with the restaurants and the bars on, and just point a few of those out. Some of which we've actually been to, we've eaten at, some we haven't. Now the first one is actually Mai Tai, and Mai Tai is one which would almost say that we are regulars here. We usually go in the evening and have a meal with our friends Barbara and John, but we have been to their menu del dia, which is, I can see there, €14.50, and it was excellent. So if Thai food is your thing, then give that a try. If you go in the evening, you'll be spending a little bit more than that, I'm afraid. They've got a nice outside terrace, and you can also sit inside. Next we have Iltano. It's only 10:30 in the morning, so don't expect these places to be busy or open. But Iltano's got several Italian restaurants are dotted around this part of the island. We haven't been to this one, but we have been to the one further down. And then we've got food and wine Prosecco. Don't think we've actually eaten there, but we've certainly been for a drink. Jolly Stars, Marigold, tapas and paellas. We've not been there, but tapas and paellas are always going to be a draw for me. If karaoke's your thing, then 9 o'clock tonight at the Sunset Bar, they have karaoke. And then we come to the first of the hotels, and people ask me, what's the Fergus Hotel like? Well, there's more than one Fergus Hotel. Fergus Style Hotel, there's more than one of those too. So this is the Fergus Style Palmanova. 4-star hotel right on the front here in Palmanova. We've never stayed at any of these hotels, so I can't really give you a lowdown. But we do occasionally pop in the evening and have a drink, which is quite pleasant. And many of the bars and restaurants along here we've not been to either. So this first one is Papillon. It's the Papillon Grill. And next to that we've got Tutti Frutti. Our grandchildren like that, come to have ice creams. And then one which we have been to recently, My Tapas, and we do have a video of the food we have there. It was excellent. We really enjoy the tapas there. Next to that we've got a tobacco, I'll say less about that. I'm a bit anti-smoking. Then this tiny one here, this is Saffron. Good Indian restaurant right on the beach. And there's another Thai. Again, we haven't tried this one. Thai beach street food. This one's changed its name in the last year or so. That's Rossini. Not one we visited. And this one is the American Diner. And next to the American Diner, we've got our friend Max at the Port of Call. Excellent food there. And Le Petit Bistro. And Il Chiringo. This one's been set up during lockdown and changed. Used to be abracadabra. If you've not been for a while, then that's one of the big changes you'll notice. This part of Palmanova. One thing that doesn't change is the colmena, the beehive, a place we often stop for a drink and even for a bite to eat. It's a good place to bring the grandchildren. It's sort of a nice place to sit and watch the people go by, overlooking the beach. Next to the beehive used to be the paper shop, and that closed down, and now we've got a new place. This is very new, Contro Corrente Italian Fusion Grill. So this is very, very new, and I guess that's somewhere we've got to try out. Next to that, this is the Agua Beach Hotel, sorting out their flags. It's a bit breezy today. Probably a good thing that I'm actually on this side of the road, because on the other side might be a little bit more noisy from the breeze. So this is the Agua Beach Hotel, another 4-star hotel. Also new during the lockdown period with this supermarket, which is very close to the beach, so you can get your supplies, your ice creams, your drinks, and Pringles, if those are your thing, then take them to the beach. Do put a top on if you're coming off to the beach and going into a shop though, because that's, well, it is actually illegal now, but you find that people do it. This is a place we've never been to. This is Natalie's, but it gets rave reviews, really popular, and that's one of the places you can get a Sunday lunch, I believe. We've not been there, so I can't give you any personal recommendation. So another one of the shops that sprung up during lockdown. Lots of clothes. If you haven't brought a hat, then there's a place you can find one. And those souvenirs that you might need to take with you. Across the roads, I think I've probably covered all of those in previous videos. There's another supermarket here. This one's a Spa, which many of you will be familiar with. I did come here to this leather shop here. I bought a belt, and I must say I was very, very happy with the belt. Certainly worked for me. €5, €10 for a leather belt. Really go wrong, can you? Across the road, I'm going to mention this because we never think of using somewhere like Lemon Tours, tickets and excursions, but we did for our trip to Marineland, and she managed to get a price which was less than the one which was on the internet. And that was because, according to their rules, we classed as pensioners as over 60s, but on the internet it said over 65s. We paid their price and saved ourselves a few euros, and I think that's what we've all got to do at the moment, save ourselves a few euros. Okay, so we've just gone past Nature Poke, and there's a Pizzeria restaurant here as well, doing English breakfast apparently. And Nova E Tapa, it's one I've spoken about many times in the past. Nova E Tapa, great if you like tapas. And just down there we've got a couple more bars that are easy to miss. supermarket. Get yourself supplies for the beach. So, you can get a sun umbrella, a Lilo sun umbrella. Just to give you an idea of prices, that's $11.90, $10.90. If you want something to splash around, then this little boat here is $17.95. So it gives you an idea. You can get a beach towel. If you forget to bring your beach towel, hi. Be on YouTube later. Steve and Anita in Mallorca. And then we come to one of the most spoken about hotels during lockdown. It's not a high-class hotel, but it's does the job, I suppose. This is the Hotel Tropico, and many people are asking about this throughout the lockdown. A great terrace, great position. Most people will refer to it as a basic hotel. I have heard one or two complaints, but the worst complaint was sorted out by the hotel, and the person involved actually got an upgrade. Next to it and separate, but still the same colour and the same name, is the Pizzeria Tropico. It's a cafeteria, and you're in a great position overlooking the beach to have a drink. You can find a nice shady spot. You don't really want to be sitting out in the sun. More of the typical sorts of tourist shops, so there's plenty for you to look at. If you need a bank and a bank machine, then there's a bank machine there to get you cash. And next to that, if you need exchange, say they're offering you €1.12 a pound, but that will depend on how much you're exchanging, I suppose. If you fancy going on a cruise, then here's the outlet shop where you can get your cruise. They're quite fun things to do. Some of them have got glass bottoms, so you can actually see under the water. I quite like that. Or an ice cream. You see, now Anita's not with me, I can walk a little bit quicker past these places. Makes a difference. The one that must have bit the dust. And the underground supermarket down there, if you venture down, you can get some more supplies. I couldn't do this. This is the thing where you dip your feet in a fish tank and let them nibble. Rather you than me. And we're at the Dolphin now. The Dolphin Restaurant is just below the Census Palmanova, which is just behind here. We've got the Dolphin piano bar here, but just behind you can see the Census Hotel. Absolutely beautiful hotel, run by a fantastic manager, friend of the family, of course. I'm just going past Compass, which is actually run by a former student, Peter. And he's next door to the spa. I'm getting hot because I'm in the sun, so I need to seek out some shade. Oh, that's better. And then we get to an area where there's a few more bars, restaurants, cafes. There is another car park up there. You might be lucky if you've got a car. But there's Madras Indian restaurant. We've not been to that one. That used to be Iltano, but Iltano has now moved down to the front. Next to the best cocktails in town, live sports, and the Reflex Parmanova. Next to Reflex is Iltano, and then Castaways. Smile for the camera.
Hi from Castaways.
Somewhere we've got to come to, but we've not been yet, so we'll be back. Thank you. Is that Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
Ah.
Why?
Real Mallorca.
Why?
¿Por qué no? Pues somos aquí en Mallorca.
Bueno, my from is Madrid.
Ah.
You know, I have a good feeling with Mallorca, but the Madrid,
Sí.
the best in the history. Oh no?
Sí, posible, pero Mallorca es en mi corazón.
Me too.
And here's the tobacco shop. Again, no mention to that one because next to it we've got Banana Joe's. I'm not sure Banana Joe's is for us, but I don't know. Looks alright. Did get lots and lots of questions about it during the lockdown. Well, the temperature is for sure going up now. And normally I would actually have gone down that way past the Santa Lucia and the Palmanova Beach. I'm just going to carry on this way and maybe cross over a couple more hotels just around here that I just want to point out. And the first of those is the Tent Hotel. I can't get over the name of that. It used to be the Don Bigote. So just across the road is the Tent Hotel, Don Bigote, if you remember it well, but it's not the Don Bigote anymore. It's a completely new concept in hotels. We did try to go in and video, but hotels don't like us videoing inside, so we don't. So you get the outside view, big hotel, right by the beach, so just across the road from the beach, not a problem at all. And then here we've got the Parmanova Beach by TRH, 4 keys. And this has been having a makeover recently, and it looks really pretty swish in there. Very smart. I'm just going to walk up a little bit further because some people have been asking about the Panama. You can see over the wall there, you can see the pool. Across the road, still at the Tent Hotel. And one of the questions I've been asked a lot about is where can they go to do the shopping if you're staying in an apart hotel. And at the top of this road you've got Eroski, and that's probably one of the places you'll find the cheapest things to buy. And that's very, very close to the Globales Mimosa. It used to be the Mimosa Park. And even before that it used to be Hotel 33. You have to have a very, very long memory for that one. So this is another Globales hotel. This is the Globales Panama. And they were doing a lot of work on that. Another 4-star hotel. And then in the distance you've got another Globales, which is the Mimosa. And then to the left you've got the Zafiro Palace down there. Over there. It's an interesting complex. But I'm going to head back down this way. Try and keep in a little bit of shade. Have a look at the tent hotel. Seems as though the concept is fairly basic. But I'm guessing many people, all they need in a hotel is somewhere to sleep. And you're going to get out, you're going to go to the different bars, different restaurants, and that would be, I suppose, I would like to have breakfast included. I suppose that's where I would be if I'm going on a holiday. I like to start the day with a good breakfast, and then I'm set up for the day, and then I like to find somewhere different to go for lunch or dinner. Supermarket in front, you might notice it's got Russian writing. There was a phase when there were lots and lots of Russians here. Maybe there still are, I don't really know. But we've sort of gone from the radar recently, not surprisingly. Across the road, another Fergus Hotel. Oh, this is the Fergus Bermudas. And I mistakenly said to someone that it was the Magalufend. It's actually right in the centre of Palmanova, across the road from the Aquasol. Did a little video walking from the Aquasol last week. For some reason it became incredibly popular. Well, this might be your idea of fun. Look at these things are coming along, these trikes. Looks like Batman's in the lead. Oh, there's a Batman at the back as well. Anyway, they're having lots of fun, I'm sure. Well, we'll carry on. I'm going to cross over. Just on this side you can see the pool side to the tent hotel. I'm going to cross over because that's the shady side of the street. But on the right hand side, it's kind of walking at the moment, there's quite a big car park there, which is handy if you have a car, somewhere to park. These car parks are free, you don't have to pay for this one. Look out for blue lines. If there are blue lines, there's an indication you've probably got to pay. It does depend on the time of day. It actually depends on the day of the week as well. And it depends on whether there's a holiday or not. So lots of ifs and buts, but keep your eyes out. More of the trikes on their journey. So across the road to my right we've got the Agua Sol, referred to as apart hotels, nice big pool area. One thing which some people did comment was that their access for disabled is a little bit tricky to say the least. Something Anita and I commented on when we got there. The ramps were very, very steep. There's no way you're going to get a wheelchair up them. So the law changed years ago. I think there was a European directive that said hotels had to have access, and so lots of places put ramps in, but ridiculously steep ramps which are useless or impossible to use. So I think maybe that's something the Aquasol needs to sort out at the front there, because it is I would imagine quite difficult to get into if you've got a wheelchair, and dangerous to come out of if you've got a wheelchair. Just getting to my shady spot. And the two more hotels, these are, just to confuse everything, there's lots of hotels called Palmanova. So we've already seen Globalis Parmanova and the Globalis Palmanova Palace, and the hotels we're coming to now are also called, there's two of them, called the Palmanova. They're both called Palmanova, so they've just numbered them 1 and 2, and these are part of the Sol group, so it's Sol Palmanova 1 and Sol Palmanova 2. Gracias. So this one, I don't know which one's which, 1 or 2. It tells me on the sign down there. 2. This is the Sol Palmanova 2. And next to that, the Sol Palmanova 1. Historically, these were the Los Merlos and Los Tordos hotels. But in between, they've had various names and permutations. They were part of the Warner Brothers group at one time, and had a Flintstone-y type theme. And in Port Alto, where we live, we used to have a bar called Flintstones, and they got all their paintings and decor on the Flintstones. Everything was Flintstones. And when this hotel set up as a Flintstone-y type hotel, then the bar in hotels had to change its name. Oh, I'm right in direct sun now. I made a mistake of coming down into the parking area. Now the blue line's here. I'm not sure about paying, because this is actually inside their property. White lines on that side and blue lines on this side. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, because this isn't, this is private property. It's not public. I think it is. All the cars that are parked here are, looks like they're probably the staff car park. So this is the entrance to Palmanova 1. We've just walked past, and I've not included it really because we've walked past it, is the post office. If you need to send something back to the UK, then the post office is just across the road over there. It's the post office. But be aware there are problems sending things and receiving things from the UK. It's one of the wonderful things of Brexit. So Anita received a present, just a jumper I think, and had to pay 10 euros just to receive it. Probably wasn't worth 10 euros, I don't know. And things are getting delayed, significantly delayed, when they get sent to the UK. Just again on the other side of the road, we've got the car park there. It's a municipal car park. It means you don't have to pay, but it gets, in this time of the year, it gets full very quickly, so you'd be very lucky to find a space. And on this side of the road is another municipal car park, which again, you'll be equally lucky at this time of the year, this time of the day, to find a space. But then, you could be lucky, like this one. Windy now, getting close to the sea, and it's very, very breezy. It's one of the bus stops here, planning on going into Palma. And it's the bus stop. And just across the road, I'm supposed to be doing bars and cafes, aren't I? Yeah, you've got some the bitey. Saigon across there is one we've been to. Vietnamese food, really good. And just a little bit different. Lots and lots of people said how much they're going to miss El Mecca, and I was told that one of the brothers that owned the bar passed away sadly, and the remaining brother really couldn't carry on his own, so he didn't want to carry on his own. So El Mecca is no more. I'm sure come next year things will change there and somebody will take it over. It's in too good a position. Across the road we've also got another pizza place and an Indian tandoori, the Heritage. We've not visited either of them yet. If you like your late night burger, then this little kiosk here might be for you. Just opening up now for the day. We're just right by the Census Beach Hotel. So I'm on my own, I've got no fact checker with me. And across the road, this is the Globalis Nova apartamentos, the apartments Globalis. And you can enter from this side, a bit steep on this side, so if you've got mobility issues, you might want to try the other side. Oh, and there's a strong breeze. It's actually quite nice while I'm in the shade, getting the breeze. Half price pizza and burgers before 6 PM. I'll go with that. Bottles there. Sneaking behind the bus. Let's change the wind noise for the car noise, and there's the Chinese. Might get a little bit of shade. Some dolls do look a little bit too realistic. Pablo family food. Good to support the locals, yeah. And here's the Florida. We've been here with Naz, who's probably here actually at the moment. Bag shop. One of the doctors, it's private doctors. It's one of the places that was doing the PCR tests for those who needed to have them before they went back to the UK. And there's another one, another medical centre just on the road opposite. And the place I don't very often get to is Pappy's Bar. But, there's Pappy's Bar. Going to go up to the Rosa del Mar, which is across the road. Crossing the road hopefully will give me a little bit of shade. Control de plagas. Plague control. Got rats or cockroaches more likely here. Staying at the Rosa del Mar, then this is probably a local supermarket. Very small one. Might get your supplies there. You might be just better off walking that little bit further to Aldi, which is just a short walk. Actually in Magaluf, but it's not very far at all. 5-minute walk around the corner. Ooh, it's warm now. Said it was going to be 4 degrees cooler today. Doesn't feel any cooler. Just at the top there I can see the Sol Luna Mar. I'm not going to walk up that far, it's getting too far. I'm going to go into the Rosa del Mar. Just walk through their car parks. If you rent a car while you're staying here, then there's a little car park in front. Seems to be plenty of space, so that doesn't seem to be an issue. I do like the fountains here. Quite a pretty entrance. Again, it's one of the hotels my family has used over the years. I'm just going to go in. I need to pick something up. Well, I've just been into the Rosa del Mar, met Victor, who's on the reception, really pleasant gentleman, and he went to his cupboard and he's found an envelope that's been left for me by Jean and Sean from Liverpool. Thank you very much. This is going to go towards our grandsons who are going off with the Scouts to South Korea next year. They've got to raise a lot of money, and Jean and Sean, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Every little bit helps. Really nice and really unexpected, and it just shows how kind people are. So yeah, just to fill you in for those people who are not quite aware of what I'm talking about, two of our grandchildren, two of the eldest grandchildren, are both members of the Scout Association, and I've been involved with Scouts more or less since we've been on the island. originally with an American scout troop, and then with the British scout groups, British groups abroad. And the grandchildren, all our children actually, have been involved with scouts or guides. Our two eldest grandsons are very much involved, and they applied to go on the World Scout Jamboree in 2023, so next summer, which is going to be in South Korea. And to do that they had to write letters of application and say why they wanted to go, put in a good argument, and sent off the letters, and they were the only two from their particular troop who managed to be accepted. But by being accepted, it means they've got to raise a lot of money. I think between them they've got to raise £8,000. They're getting well on the way to doing that, by family donations, but by working themselves. They go to the car boot sales regularly. First of all, taking things that toys and things that they've grown out of and didn't need anymore, and more recently they've been accepting donations of toys from people who live close to them. They've been giving them stuff to take down to the car boot sale to sell, and that works really well. They've set up a tuck shop for the local scout troop, and getting involved with lots of other things to raise little bits of money, writing letters to different organisations, and well, they've got another year to go. It sounds a lot of money, and people in different countries pay different amounts, so wealthier countries tend to contribute more than the poorer countries, and the money doesn't just go to Korea. It's there's lots of scout camps that they have to do before they go. So last weekend they were in the Isle of Wight doing a training camp, because you've got to make sure that these young people, boys as well as girls, are prepared for such an event. And some perhaps won't have spent much time away from their parents, and we're going halfway around the world. Is quite a long way for any parent to allow their child to go. But you've got to make sure that the child is going to be okay. So taking them on camps, keeping them away from the parents, and making sure that psychologically they're safe. So Jean and Sean, your contribution will be greatly received. We're going over to the UK next week and be seeing them, so we'll be able to hand over not just your money, but money that's been donated by other people over here. And Anita's busy collecting sponsorships. They're going to do a sponsored walk, which is in London, visiting different bridges. Anita will have all the details on that, and I can tell you about it. She will tell you about it. So we're getting now towards the beach again. I'm getting thirsty. Not sure how far Anita's got with her hairdressing. Just gone past the San Lorenzo, by the way, which is a tapas bar we visited a few weeks ago, and then the Cantina Sol, and then we're down to the beach. Well, I've been walking and talking for close on an hour now, and my battery's nearly gone. I didn't bring a spare battery because I didn't really know what I was going to be doing. So I'm going to have to say goodbye, and see you in the next video. And I've got to walk to the other end of Palmanova now, trying to keep in the shade, and see if Anita's finished at the hairdressers. I might just call in for a quick refreshment on the way. Bye for now.